We're rolling.
Yay!
We're back.
Yes, it's been a long time, but
It's been a minute.
right, some interesting things have been happening on General Hospital, and we felt like
Compelled
like
to
we had to
chat.
because it got deep. So
Dreams came true this week.
They
and
did.
That called for celebration. So here we are. We're celebrating the events of this week, and we're going to just recap them real quick.
yep,
Keep it simple this time. This is the new and improved GHT.
yes,
Where we have
severely
wine.
right.
So, adult juice.
Right. So, I mean, we can start where it was like not as exciting. We'll save the exciting for the end. But the week pretty much started out with, Valentine had just come off of last week finding out that he was not a Cassadine.
Shocking. Shocking. I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I first heard it, like when Nicholas swooped in and spilled the beans in front of everybody, like I was like, what? But now it makes sense. It makes sense.
And Nina has decided to run off with Jax.
I'm actually happy for Nina.
This time permanently.
I'm happy. I'm happy for her. Good for you. You're not the Nina I want, but I'm happy for you, girl.
Yes.
She deserved that. I mean, Valentine put her through the ringer, and that's just to say the least. I don't need to go into detail. Everybody knows that story. Honestly, I'm not really even interested in any of that anymore.
Right.
Like, I don't care what happens to Valentine. Now, Nina and Jax, that's cute. Jax deserves to be happy, too.
Right.
So, it's not going to be Carly.
Nope.
We already know this. So, it's fine. Let them be. That's great.
It might be Carly.
No.
Soon as she find out that Jax is with Nina, we know that she is not a huge Nina fan, first off. Yeah. We see how they've been looking at each other since he came back to the damn show.
I know, but I think that was just a cat and mouse thing that the creators played with us.
I guess.
Because I really believe that she'll stay with Sunny.
Good.
Sunny, Carly, they're meant to be. And then Jax, I don't know. I don't know if he'll stay with Nina forever, but I don't think he's getting back with Carly anytime soon.
Right.
Oh my god, look at my hair. Anyways, also we have this ongoing thing with Anna and Peter and Finn and Jason and Sam, and
I'm over it.
it's boring. I really honestly can't take the Peter storyline anymore. This guy's been so interwoven into the storylines for like the last 2 years, and it's just getting boring.
Really, it is.
There's just not much more else you can make up about this dude.
Nothing.
So, I mean, Anna and Finn broke up, so that it was sad. I had emotions watching it, but I'm just not super invested in what happens.
I feel like they're trying to keep Anna relevant. That's it.
Well, she is a queen.
I mean, she is a queen, but some queens gotta come back in people's ghost stories, i.e. Helena. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts. Yeah, no, I know. You gotta know when to let it go.
Right.
Basically. But I'm not a huge Peter fan. He's a bad dude.
not only that, that
Still
Peter
can't
and
get
Maxie
right.
line is just so bad.
It's awkward. It's not good.
So bad.
It's not good.
Ugh.
I'm sure that Wes is a lovely man in real life.
You're right.
Laura's very happy with him, so I'm happy for them. But as a storyline, as a character, I was never his fan. And really, he hasn't been exciting to me since Nina had him tied up in the cabin.
Right. That's
Or
it.
Liesel or whatever had him
Whoever.
tied up in the cabin. That was funny. That was good. Moving along, just with little things that have happened in the beginning of the week and so on.
Right. Cam confesses his crush to Trina, which we've all known forever. My lord.
I mean, but didn't you have a feeling, though, during the Oscar saga? I miss Oscar, R.I.P. Didn't you kind of feel like it faded away? Like, I kind of felt like it was over.
I don't know. Cam's always been creepy about Jocelyn, so I feel like it was probably in the end, it's gonna be like him and Jocelyn ended up together or something
You think?
in the long run.
Because what about
By the time they're
Dev?
grown. I would
Not
prefer
that we
her.
need to go into too much details.
I would prefer her with Dev. I mean,
I prefer her with Oscar, but that's not going to happen. Sorry.
dang.
They'll end up fighting it out over her, maybe? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know. But we'll keep it pushing.
Oh, yeah, they have a little plan for the dance or whatever.
They'll figure it out. Whatever.
It's weird. But we'll go back to that in a minute. Sunny visited this Cyrus Renault. Is that right? We're back.
Take
3, 5, 7. Sunny visits Cyrus Renault in Pentonville, and they have this like interaction. We don't need to go into detail. He's after him, blah blah blah.
Right.
Meanwhile, at the same time, simultaneously, Jason goes to one of Cyrus's factories and takes the guys, hostage, blows the place up. So that's like a hit on him. That's their response to his attacks on Sunny's family, I guess. This is them trying to get back at him. Anyways, he's apparently some big drug trafficker,
Right.
kingpin dude, who later ends up being attached to the Jordan and Taggart secret situation.
Right. These dead bodies that keep popping up of their old partners.
Right. We see another death this week we saw another death. It happens to be someone they know, again, drug overdose. Bottom line is they were in an undercover situation, took this guy down, now he's back for revenge, and he's getting it through Sunny. I don't know. But basically throughout the week you see the whole, we've been seeing with Curtis. He's following her around trying to get some answers out of his wife that she doesn't want to give him.
She's getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
She's being very annoying about it. And if I was Curtis, I would leave her. Holla, Curtis.
Okay. So I had to treat him right. But also, Taggart is Trina's dad.
What? This is my face. How, Sway?
You just worked that in somehow? We never knew this.
Right.
What's Trina's last name?
I don't know. We never even heard it.
Is it Trina Taggart?
Right. Because I don't think so.
Not that I would have put two and two together, but once he came into town, I would have been like, oh wait, isn't that Trina's last name? So I don't know. That's just a weird connection I feel like they somehow threw in there. But anyways, Curtis ends up confronting the both of them, Jordan and Taggart, about the situation, and they tell him the truth. This guy's after them. He's after Jordan. He may kill them both. He may just burn this city down, as they keep putting it. But
Right.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I kind of got a weird, I just want to say, I kind of got a weird vibe about Cyrus and Jordan.
I think it was kind of a...
She said she got in too deep. I'm like, ew.
He got in too deep.
Have you seen him?
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that have been in a lot of TV shows and stuff, and
Right.
movies. I know I've seen him everywhere before, but nowhere. I couldn't tell you what his name is or a movie he's been in, but I've seen him before.
Right. Well, now, we had other little storylines here, there, everybody trying to fit in. But let's get to the meat and the potatoes of the situation.
Yeah.
Okay? We had the side dishes and the side courses and the beverages, and we washed it all down, had a butter and a biscuit. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Okay? This week.
How long
Woo!
do you think we've been waiting?
Oh, jeez. I mean, come on. We went to
2 years? 2.5 years?
The GH at the D
Yeah, that was...
last year. And we asked Laura when this was going to come out. She was like, well, it takes time. You got the Oliver situation going on right now. But Oliver's been gone for at least a year. So You know what I mean? Like,
It was about time. It was about fucking time.
right.
Oh,
But anywho, Michael has finally found out that he is Wiley's biological father.
yes. He's
Woo!
the pappy.
Somebody ring the alarm.
He's the pappy.
Right. I is that baby's daddy.
Yes. So that was, I mean, obviously there were a lot of events that led up to it, and we could just like kind of skim over things quickly. But, you know, Nell decides to sell her shares to Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't understand how that would even work. Where does Valentine,
Why?
how does he have the money?
Okay, Mr. Not a Cassadine anymore. And why would he want the EOQ shares? Like, I don't get it.
He just feels like somehow it's going to make him rich again. He's going to be able to go in there and overthrow the whole dynasty.
But I feel like he started this whole EOQ shares thing. Remember, he said, "Does Nell know that I'm the one who got you? I'm the one who hired you to get her out to Ted or whatever, Martin." And
right.
So that he was working with Martin to get her out of jail for months.
Mm-hmm.
So this was before he knew he wasn't, before he even knew he wasn't a Cassadine. So my thing is,
but that's weird.
even as a Cassadine or thinking you're a Cassadine, what do you want with EOQ shares?
I don't know. I guess it's just more money, more power. I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway.
But he ends up giving her all the documents she needs to basically kidnap Wiley. So her plan is to go steal him. I don't know.
Stupid.
Doesn't really work out.
But with all of that going on, Nell finds out that Brad and Lucas are moving to Oregon.
Yes.
Obviously, Brad is trying to escape to cover his ass as far as the fact that he stole this man's baby for a year and a half and never mentioned anything. So let's run away to another state where no one can talk to us, no one can find us. Also, the reason he was trying to move is because prior to Lucas's car accident, which he had, Brad had admitted to Lucas that Michael was Wiley's biological father.
Yeah, so he was just basically trying to get Lucas away from anything that might trigger those memories to come back, and he just couldn't get him away fast enough because it happened.
It definitely happened.
He's sitting at his little party, and boom. Like, I honestly, I was on Instagram and I saw people commenting on posts that were like, is today Wednesday? Because it felt like Friday. Because the bombs they dropped on Wednesday were ridiculous. Like, I didn't expect it to just come falling out that day.
But you got to think, we've been behind. So technically, it probably could have been a Friday episode. It might have been a
Friday episode. You're right.
Because today...
Oh my God, is it all going to be like that?
I don't know. They're probably Friday booms have been pushed back. So they probably got to come in the middle of the week. So we'll probably get some pretty dud Fridays. But nonetheless, Nell shows up at the going away party. And she talks to Brad. She's asking about Wiley. And he tells her that Willow has Wiley at her house.
Dumbass.
Stupid. So she leaves. But does she leave? No, of course not. Because no one ever leaves on General Hospital.
It's Sonny Quintos' house that has massive amounts of security, especially because they were all shot at the week before.
Right. So
you managed to sneak around the back and listen.
Nell hears that Lucas has remembered. He has told Michael that Wiley is his child. Everybody is tearing into Brad, and Nell is like, you know what? Let me go get my baby because I do not want Michael to have him. So she shows up to Willow's place.
Yeah.
Willow. Wasn't she in a self-defense class? With
she was
Maxie
like winning. Oh my God, I remember now. I remember. Oh my God, Chase is so hot. If I just think back to that now, I'm like, that's when I was looking at Chase like, damn.
Right. So what was all that self-defense for? Because for someone who was trying to keep this woman from getting to this child that you think is yours, baby, you did not do very well.
No. I feel like at first, like I said, I feel like she was getting it for a minute there, but
she lost.
Of course. I mean, that's just the way they set it up.
Right. Nell prevailed. Ridiculous. She got her baby. She's wasting time trying to check a bag and
girl, I would have been
look
out
at it. Show the baby
trying to steal my baby.
Show the baby his passport like he cared. And your name is girl. Bye. So as she's getting ready to walk out, Michael has left his home after everybody cussed Brad out and gone with Chase back to Chase's house. Nell opens the door. Up walks Michael to see his baby face to face.
Yep. And they end up getting the baby. So, Chase, Michael, they saved Wiley. Nell's off to jail.
But the fact that this broad has the audacity to flip this story to try to work in her favor. Are you serious?
I really hope nobody believes this shit.
Girl. Well, we've seen that the police officer has already decided to move Brad.
Yeah, that was just so fake and phony. That whole situation, bless you.
Thank you.
That whole conversation in the jail cells between Nell and Brad, the way they filmed it even, it looked like a damn dream sequence. I was like, is this really happening? Does she really think that that's gonna hold
work?
up? I don't think so. I don't think so. And you know what I mean? It's even funny. It is kind of ironic to say that even Michael said he would believe Brad over her, even though he knows that Brad's done all this stuff and told all these lies. He still would rather believe Brad over her.
Right. Because
she's Satan.
Girl.
I mean, but she's great.
She's an amazing actress.
Fun to watch.
And she is very good to watch, but she plays the hell out of her role to the point that we hate that we love her. But nonetheless, in addition to Michael having to learn the truth, now we have Willow who has to learn the truth that the baby that she actually birthed died.
Yeah, that was pretty sad.
Today's episode of her crying and Lucas saying his final goodbyes, I was just very teary-eyed because it was very emotional. Yes.
They played it very well.
I mean, Willow, her mouth. Was I the only one who noticed her mouth? It was it was sideways. Her one lip was I don't know. It just her.
I feel like that's always her face.
Was just bad. I don't know if her lip has an extra nerve or something, and maybe it constantly gets pulled up. I don't know. But it's always she's
Yeah, I know. She does make that face a lot, though.
But anywho.
I've noticed.
Yes.
I think it's just an acting technique, maybe.
I don't know. But she was very sad and broken down. And Chase was so the supporting boyfriend. Oh, my God. It was awesome.
So
the way he embraced her as she sat on the floor, basically. And
I will say it was so funny that you say that because the first time, after she got down there, I was like, no. She cried, and then they were about to go to commercial, and she was like this, and and he was just sitting there and it went to commercial, and I was like, oh, very comforting, Chase. But then when they went back to them before the next commercial, she full out started sobbing, and he was just oh, come here, baby.
Right, and it was so sweet. But she mentioned that Michael had gone into that grief class that we know that's how they met each other. And he was actually grieving the loss of a child. And she's like, now it's my turn to basically feel what he was feeling. I was like, dang, Willow, you really pulling at the heartstrings. But we also move forward to now Lucas asked Brad, was there anybody else that knew about the baby switch? Julian and him kind of make eye contact a little bit, and he's like, no, there's nobody. So he's saving Julian's ass.
Yeah.
But Julian knows that it's only a matter of time before it comes out that he knew. Because obviously this story has made it out, so it's only a matter of time. And he's worried that, he tells Ava that he's worried that Sonny could possibly come after him.
Yeah, he confesses the whole thing to Ava.
Right.
And she's just like, what the hell were you thinking?
Right.
For her to say that, it's bad. But yeah, I know he thinks, oh, Sonny's going to kill me, blah, blah, blah. I don't really know if that's going to happen, but at this point, Brad has nothing to lose.
Right.
He's literally losing everything right now. His son, his husband.
Probably his job.
So, it just would make sense for him to eventually roll over on Julian and blow his spot up. But
right.
I guess that we'll have to wait and see.
I guess I'm gonna take it. I think it's gonna come at a moment where him and Lucas are talking, and Lucas is gonna be like, "And I thought that I needed to keep Wiley away from Julian, and it was you." And it's gonna be a situation where Lucas is trying to defend Julian, and Brad's gonna be like, "You think he's well? He da da da," and then it's just gonna all more drama is gonna tumble out from there. But I kind of feel like GH should have probably let it all out now, because what's the point in holding on to it? Now you're gonna have him get used to being back around his dad for him to fall out with his dad again over, you know what I mean? You should have just had it all happen at one time. Not that we want Lucas to be alone, but I mean,
yeah, and he's not alone though. He's still got family. But do you think that Lucas is gonna like fade into the background now again?
I don't know, because the way Michael acted, like when he was talking to Sonny and Sasha, he made it seem like he wanted to leave Wiley with Lucas. He's like, he's already grown to know them. And like,
but Sonny was like, no. Sonny was like, there's only one way that this is going down. My son is going to have his son. Okay?
Yeah.
He said, you're going to tell Lucas you're keeping your son, and Lucas is going to respect it. And Michael was like, okay, you're right.
Right.
And, but that was a whole big part of this episode today, was the family kind of dealing with the, outcome, the fallout, and trying to figure out what was best for Wiley.
Right.
And in the end, he ended up with Michael.
And it was sad because Lucas had to give his baby away, and he hugs his mom, and it's just sad. Like, I think I would have had to hand this child to Michael and just leave. Like, I wouldn't be able to still remain in the room or remain in the house.
Not for a little bit.
I would have to, and then it would probably take me some time, like you said, to come back around you and Wiley. You know what I mean?
It's like, what am I, the godfather now? And you're the father? I don't know. But in my opinion, I think that the baby's young enough that you should probably just give him to his father.
Right.
And let his father raise him.
Right. Because he don't...
Really, what is Wiley going to remember about the first year of his life?
Right. I don't know.
Not to mention it's a soap opera, but if we're talking about it like it was real life, because we do that.
Right.
This is our real life.
Oh my God.
Anyways, that really just kind of wraps everything up for the week. The highlights.
Yeah.
We're going to try to keep it as short as possible in the future so that we can really keep this rolling and going. Because if we keep having weeks like... I just spilled my wine. If we keep having weeks like this where there's a lot to discuss, then we're gonna be making a whole bunch more videos.
Yay! It's so much fun. Because those of you who I keep, seeing had a view here, had a view there, and, people are actually interested in watching us. I know there was a couple likes the last time I posted and said that this is going to be a good week. We're going to talk about it. But Trump. And that's all I can say is but Trump. So
we had some setbacks, but even that, we took time off for ourselves. So we're back at it now.
Yeah, we are.
And let's just hope that GH keeps the tea coming.
Keeps the tea hot.
We'll be here to discuss it at the end of the day, at the end of the week. Oh, spilled it again. Okay, bye.
Bye.